Have you ever wondered how two people can earn the exact same salary over their lifetime, yet end up with two completely opposite financial realities? Let's look at a controlled example. Jake and Ryan are exactly the same age, living in the same city, working at the same company. They both just landed jobs paying exactly $70,000 a year. Their lives look identical until the end of year one, when they both receive a raise. Jake takes that extra money and upgrades his apartment, leases a luxury SUV, and buys designer clothes. Ryan stays in the same apartment, keeps driving his old car, and invests every extra dollar. Fast forward 20 years. They still earn nearly identical salaries, but Ryan has over $1 million invested. Jake has almost zero net worth. This animated chart shows high-income brackets in America, specifically households earning over $100,000 a year. Look at this highlighted subset of top earners. They represent a massive percentage of six-figure professionals who cannot cover a $1,000 emergency without using a credit card. Earning a high salary does not guarantee wealth. The culprit keeping these high earners broke is an invisible mechanism called lifestyle inflation. The root cause is a psychological flaw known as hedonic adaptation. This is the human tendency to quickly return to a relatively stable level of happiness, regardless of major positive events. Think about your first real paycheck. You probably thought, if I just made twice this amount, I'd be completely comfortable. But when your income doubles, your brain's baseline for what feels normal resets rapidly. What once felt like a luxury instantly becomes an expectation. Modern society throws fuel on this psychological fire. In the past, you compared your lifestyle to your immediate neighbors. Now, your point of comparison includes global influencers, celebrities, and entrepreneurs. But remember, social media is an illusion. When you scroll through feeds of private jets and perfect homes, you are comparing yourself to highly curated highlights, not accurate financial balance sheets. Attempting to match these artificial digital appearances is exactly what causes otherwise intelligent earners to bleed their cash flow dry. This constant spending usually goes toward liabilities, things that actively lose value over time, like luxury cars, fast fashion, or the newest gadgets. Assets, on the other hand, are things that actually produce income. People frequently mistake their depreciating liabilities for assets because there is intense psychological pressure to project an outward appearance of success. The mathematical countermeasure to this flawed spending habit is compound interest. It acts as a structural redirect, turning the cash you would have spent on appearances into self-generating wealth. This diagram shows the exact formula for that wealth creation. Future value equals present value multiplied by 1 plus the rate of return to the power of n, which represents time. To see how this applies to a real salary, let's map this formula to a tangible example. If a 25-year-old invests a mundane $500 every month at a 10% average annual return, that steady baseline creates a nest egg of well over $2 million by age 65. Notice how the amount of time in the market is vastly more powerful than the size of the initial principal investment. Delaying this process costs exponentially more than most people realize. Relying solely on linear income, trading your hours for a set paycheck, is an inefficient system. Escaping the treadmill requires building an exponential, self-sustaining investment architecture. To protect yourself from your own psychological blind spots, you need rigid behavioral rules. Rule number 1. The moment you receive a salary increase, automatically invest the exact difference. Capture that money before lifestyle inflation has a chance to absorb it. Rule number 2. Fully automate all of your investments. Money that is removed from your immediate visibility never triggers the brain's impulse to spend. Rule number 3. Implement a mandatory 30-day delay on major purchases. If you wait a month, the dopamine-driven impulse to buy almost always fades. And rule number 4. Shift your personal metric of success. Measure your wealth by the size of your investment portfolio, not the volume of your physical possessions. Long-term millionaires are rarely created overnight. They are the result of ordinary, automated decisions repeated consistently across decades. Ultimately, building wealth isn't about looking rich or acquiring flashy luxury items. True wealth is the acquisition of pure freedom. It is waking up with total control over your time, having options about how you work, and possessing deep peace of mind. The next time you get a raise, shift your default operating question. Stop asking, "What can I buy?" and start asking, "What can I own that will generate income?" Altering that single internal question directs your money away from temporary consumption and creates a clear path toward lasting financial independence.